All right. Hey, how are you guys doing? This is Calvin and Rashonda Russell from 850 Club Credit Consultation.
Good morning, everybody. I missed you guys yesterday, but I wanted to chime in with you guys today because we have a great topic. And we wanted some more so let you guys know about the 850 Club and obtaining the infamous 850 credit score. So we got you guys live on Facebook here. It looks a bit different, but we're also Facebook on the laptop, and then on our phone, we're on YouTube. So, good morning, everybody. It's currently 8 a.m. Central Standard Time here. So, we're not in the office, as you can see, but the team will be in the office. And of course, we open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you're trying to call us or whatever, we're not in the office yet. We get in the office at 9. But yeah, we just wanted to come in and we took a poll last week, and you guys said that you really enjoyed the credit and coffee series. So we wanted to bring that back to you guys and share some tips, tricks, some business information. So business credit will be tomorrow. And so I'm excited about business credit. Calvin's been working really hard on getting this course out, and we received a ton of questions and stuff with the team. It's been like people are calling in and they're asking about business credit. When is it going to be ready? We're working on it. We're working on it, but he's making it great. And so once it becomes great, then we'll launch it. We've already been, giving some trials and things of that sort to some current clients, and so we're super excited about that. But before we get started, we want you guys to like and share this information. We're going to be talking about obtaining the infamous 850 credit score, which is going to be great information for individuals that are maybe you have a 400 score and your goal is to get the 850 credit score, or even if you have a 700 credit score right now and you're looking to get that 850 score. So we're going to be talking about accounts that you should have. We're going to be breaking that down to you within our short time frame together. So if you guys could share, like, give us some hearts, give us some thumbs up, share this video on your platforms, on your pages, as we kind of pour into you some knowledge about credit, as we know that that's the baseline to helping you achieve your credit goals, as well as your lifestyle goals. So let's go ahead and get started with that. He's kind of fixing the setup right now so we can
Oh, yeah,
make
I'm
sure
ready.
we're clear.
All right. All right. So, pretty much how that process works. And for those who don't know, I saw many 850 credit scores, the highest that you can get. I was interested in it first off when I first started working at Nissan. I was there for 6 years, and that's when I saw the different variables on how to get there. And it came down to a very simple formula. Even I would say the youngest person I've ever seen do it. For those who watch my YouTube channel, I think she was like 26, and she had over an 800 score. I don't know if it was 850, but she had over an 800 score, so it's doable. So let's talk about how to get it. Number one, you need 5 to 7 accounts. Okay, it has to be a mix of accounts. The more accounts, the better. But on the low end, you need about 5 to 7, maybe 8 accounts to get there. And what they say is, you need a mix of accounts. Okay, so a mix of accounts is where you have revolving. Revolving accounts are accounts that they usually they're usually credit cards, department store credit cards. So you need a few of those, okay? Which is pretty simple. That's how a lot of people start off. All right. Then you have good morning, everyone, and then you have installment accounts. Now, installment accounts are accounts that usually end in the word loan. So that's when you're gonna have student loan, mortgage loan, personal loan, what was it? Yeah, an auto loan. So those kind of happen just over time. Of course, you don't want to force yourself to get these types of accounts. You just want things to naturally happen. You don't want to have to necessarily keep a car long enough. As far as the loan itself, to get an 850, because some people, they have the car longer than the term. They may have a 6-year term, 72 months, or a 5-year term, 60 months, and they decide to keep the car, after, everything's all said and done. So you need installment accounts, okay? A personal loan, and, you have that. And of course, you have, mortgage loans and, of course, student loans as well, too. All right. So, And then now you have those mix of accounts, because those are the only accounts that can make up a credit report. People say, okay, well, if I need 5 to 7, how many should I have? Well, obviously, if a person has one, auto loan, now you got 6 more accounts to go. A couple credit cards don't hurt, 2 to 3, maybe 4, somewhere in that range. So, but again, you have to, make up that balance. Some people have student loans. If you don't have any student loans, you don't have to force to get student loans and get to an 800, and 50, credit score. Keep in mind too, within that time frame, the accounts must be 8 to 11 years. So an auto loan won't be 8 to 11 years, because auto loans are normally 6 years. In some states, they allow 7 years, depending on certain terms. So that means you have to make up majority of your accounts going to be with, of course, credit cards or with a mortgage, because again, you need that time to be there. Not everyone has student loans, but student loans don't play a major factor in the scoring process, mainly because the scores are automatically going to be in, mainly because when they report, they're already in deferment. When they're in deferment, then of course a company can, it's not really fair that a person gets payment history twice. For those who have student loans, when you have the student loans, they show up as on-time payments. Okay, when they show up as on-time payments, then that puts you in a position where you think your score is going up because you have student loans, and in reality, it's not, because they're in deferment. And then when you actually start paying on those student loans, unfortunately, you still don't get those points. So the best way that you're going to get there is by having majority of credit cards. Okay, and about 4 or 5 accounts will have you guys there. As you're growing, and keep in mind, it don't have to be major credit cards like Capital One, Chase, Discover, Citibank, Bank of America. You guys know the names. Versus having department store cards. There's nothing wrong with department store cards either. So again, you want to slowly build credit. Most of our clients that we give game plans to, they know exactly, when it's best to go ahead and go for a credit card. A lot of times I'll see people, having, cards. And that's the problem, is that they'll have a card and then they want to say yes to everybody that comes into the mail. You don't have to do that. The biggest thing to get to 850 is one of the hardest things is staying flawless. It's easy to open accounts. It's easy to have a mix of accounts, but there's one thing to make sure: that there's no late payments, that utilization is low, 0 to 10% on credit cards. I know people with credit cards, but I also know people that's got maxed out credit cards. You'll never get there, and so you have to know that having that strategy to get there, it does make sense for some people. That's if it's your goal. If it's your goal to get there, then you need 5 to 7 accounts. They have to have an average of 8 to 11 years, and they got to be flawless. Utilization's got to be on point. When you open them, got to be on point. You can't just be opening everything that you possibly can get your hands on. Okay. Now, the next question we get, is, do I need an 850 to get approved for certain things? Okay. And not necessarily, depending on what you're looking to do. Most when you're looking for, an auto loan, most of the interest rate, the great interest rates are going to be right above 680. But again, some banks, they want you to be around 740. So everything plus that time frame after 740 is going to be about the same. So we got a couple comments here. Of course, thank you, Ms. Rogers. We appreciate that. And then on YouTube, let's see what we got here. So what about paying your credit cards twice a month? Would that help? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's an old myth. It may have worked back in the day. I haven't really seen a correlation from people paying their credit cards twice a month, because here's the deal: they only report to the credit bureaus once a month that I know of, and I look at credit reports all the time. But again, if based on customer service, if you call them, for your credit card company, ask them to do a report twice, I would have to beg to differ that they honestly do, just because they have millions of clients. So the computer's not going to do that just because you do it right. I think it's a myth. So, and I've seen people try to finesse it, but again, it's most definitely up to you. So very true. My grandmother has a perfect score of 850, and I believe what contributes to her score is the length of time she had her card. You got 18 plus years, some since the 80s, that and the mortgage. And so that's how you do it. It's going to be, how long can you be consistent? We had, again, the young lady that was 26 years old. She started building credit when she was 18. This is before the Obama rule went into place, as some people may call it. But it's called the Credit Card Act of 2009. And then since 2009, because of 2008 happened, essentially a person has to have a job in order to get a credit card at 18. Now you can always, well, I won't say, I won't, say that you should lie on the application, but I'm sure people have lied on the application because they don't ask for no proof of it. But either way, it was to slow down the amount of credit cards that a person got between 18 and 21, because a lot of them wasn't working and they were in college, accruing all this debt. Either way, she used it right. Somebody obviously coached her. She had student loan, she had auto loan, she had like 3 or 4 credit cards. They were all flawless, and they had nice limits on them too. And so you got from 18 to 26. I mean, she did a pretty good job. All right. So here's another one up here as well too. I have a 727 score, but several inquiries that are holding me up. Best advice to fix that. Well, Mr. Fleming, you got to give us a call at the office. So or just get schedule a call in the link that we have. The 850club.com/coach me, and we'll most definitely get on the phone with you and discuss more. Next question would be: does paying my credit card off completely every month hurt the long run? No, not necessarily. Again, credit cards. I'm actually going to have some videos coming out on credit cards this week. But in short, you just want to make sure that that you're not necessarily always kind of trying to do it that way. Paying off credit cards is not a bad thing. You don't necessarily have to carry a balance. Okay. Can I get a couple of my inquiries deleted sooner? Aaron, go ahead and go ahead and schedule a free call for us, and we'll be sure to get back to you guys. Okay. So either way, we want to keep the credit and call fee a little bit shorter. Of course, we know everyone's on their way to work. We hope you guys enjoying the content. But again, remember that, write that down. That's 5 to 7. That's 5 to 7 accounts, or open for an average of 8 to 11 years. Make sure that you're using those accounts properly, paying everything off, and things of that sort. When looking for a car, yes, lenders only look at FICO scores. Here's nothing too, guys. You know what I've learned, and I'm going to end with this. It's okay to ask the bank questions. You have people with good credit and people with bad credit. People with bad credit, they walk in and they just hope, pray, wish, cross their fingers, all this other stuff just to get approved, and they don't ask any questions. Versus people with good credit, they know they have good credit, they know what their options are going to be. They say, "Hey, listen, what's your interest rates? What type of what score you guys looking for? Which platform do you guys look at? FICO, Vantage? What type of interest rates am I going to be looking at? What are my terms?" You have to ask questions. It's not run my credit, then ask questions. No, you have the power. Bad credit or good credit, you have the power. They need you. They need you as the buyer, the consumer. Without the buyer or the consumer, there is no business. And they have products for what they call prime. That's, of course, good credit, and subprime, what they call not the best credit. So either other than that, that's my piece. You guys know I'll talk all day. I won't be doing that today.
Was this helpful to you guys? I know YouTube is
Oh yeah, YouTube is always
always
thumbs up and all that
thumbs
stuff. So
up, always asking a ton of questions. Good morning, everybody. I know we kind of got that as well. Of course, like I had mentioned in the beginning, we're not in the office right now, but we will be. Office will open up at 9 a.m. But we have the opportunity for you guys to schedule that free info call to learn more about the services, to learn more about how we can assist you to get closer to the 850 credit score, or at least have a one-time game plan written up, and we offer that as well. If you just wanted that one-time call with the game plan, we do that for you as well. So is 850 the850club.com/coach me. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this credit and coffee series. We're going to be doing it again tomorrow. So if you have a specific topic that you want us to talk about, leave it in the comments below. And we'll be able to kind of take a look at that as well. So I hope you guys are having a great morning. We thank you for chiming in with us, YouTube and Facebook, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow.
yeah. Also, to answer that one last question I saw, you don't need a 680 to buy a house. Okay, that's if you're going conventional. You can go 620. You can actually go as low as 580, but there's a lot of drama with that. You do better with 620. We're done. See you guys on tomorrow. All
Bye.
right.